people affected by flooding. They want to find out if enough is being done to help flood victims. Our Gloucestershire correspondent Ken Goodwin reports.
In Abbey Terrace, the removal men are bringing furniture back. Last week, residents like Jeff Clark put their ground floor furniture into storage as floodwaters lapped at their doorsteps. Today, Tewkesbury Borough Council workers are visiting people like Jeff to see if they're okay.
So, did floodwater actually get in your property this time?
No, we managed to keep it out with the flood walls that we built at the back.
Right.
Jeff thinks that the Environment Agency might have overplayed the risk of flooding.
Last week they were talking, or beginning of this week I suppose, that there was going to be another 4-inch surge. Nothing. You know, and that sort of information doesn't really fill you with confidence, and I'm afraid it's crying wolf. And the trouble is that when it does become serious, nobody's going to take a blind bit of notice of what they say.
The Environment Agency says there are many factors which influence flooding, and they encourage people to check their flood risk and monitor river levels on their website. While neighbour Kathy Bobbs was away during the floods, someone threw a bottle through her window.
Police recorded,
And
and they've dealt with that
Okay.
and had the window boarded.
There are some communities which are still isolated, but they'll get either a call or a visit.
what we're asking people is what went well in these floods and what could have been done better. So we'll feed that all back and hopefully, you know, if it ever does happen again, then we'll be better prepared.
Though flood levels are dropping, it's a very gradual process, and some places remain surrounded by deep water. Now the water is slowly receding, but there's so much of it out there on the floodplains that it's bound to take a long time. I mean, look at this lane behind me, leading towards Turley Church, still underwater, the church still cut off, and you can see how deep it is by looking at the tip of that road sign. In just a couple of weeks, it'll be the highest spring tide of the year. Time it is